Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to you, Doctor. We are from Data Structure Algorithm, Section 3, Group 7, Sports Center Registration System. And our team consists of myself, Arif Amiruddin bin Sadiran, Muhammad Afif Azhan bin Muhammad Ismail, and Muhammad Iskandar Zulkarnain bin Muhammad Ishaq. And for this presentation, we are going through 5 components here. So we go through introduction, system analysis and design, system prototype, system demonstration, and project consultation conclusion. And let's go through the first component, which is introduction. So there's a 2 subtopic here, subpoint, project synopsis and project objective. So for the project synopsis, for our mini project for DSA, we got the case study of sports. Therefore, we come up with a system called Sports Center Registration System, and we use some data structure algorithm concept, which is including linked list application, implementation, queue, and this concept are applied to do 6 main functions, which are displaying data, inserting data, sorting data, searching data, deletion data, and daily equipment rental. So for this project objective, the first one is that we want to develop a deeper understanding on the DSA subject. It also give us the ideas on how to implement DSA concepts in a real life situation. We also managed to develop team working and soft skill among team members, and also to develop a sports center system itself, with insert, delete, display, sort, search, and rent equipment functions.
Next, let's look at the system analysis and design. So in this part, we are going to include use case diagram and also flowchart. Okay, here we can see the use case diagram of our sports registration system. Okay, we have admin and also we do have customer. So admin can access all the functions, okay, all the modules inside our system, but customer may only retrieve the daily equipment rental. Okay, and then here we include also the flowchart. So this is the overall flowchart. We have 6 module, okay, 6 actually. So the last one is for the invalid option. So we have 6 module. So first module is about displaying the list. The second module is about inserting new customer detail. The third module is about sorting data. The fourth module is about searching data. The fifth module is about deleting data. And also the last one, we apply the concept queue in here when we are going to apply the daily rental equipment rental for the system.
For this part, we are going to talk about the system prototype, which is the screenshots of system program. Start. We can see here is the main menu of our program. It shows there are multiple choices for the user where they need to enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to access the functions of the program, or to exit the program they only need to enter 0. There are a lot of similarities between all functions and the main menu, excluding the module 1 where it's just display the list of customer. But for the others, user only need to enter the option based on what is displayed on the screen like this. They need to enter 1 to insert data in the beginning of the list. This is for data insertion, by the way. 2, insert data in the middle, or 3, insert data in the end. And 0, and mostly for our program, for every function in our program, we use 0 to return back to the main menu. Okay. Also, if the user enter invalid value like 4, there's no 4 in the display, the screen, so it will display invalid option message. Same as others, where if they enter 4, there will be invalid option. All the same. 0 to back to the main menu. Here 0 is also back into 1 for every to search by name in data searching. So basically everything is same. Is consistent, where user either just insert their option based on what the function has offered to them. I think that's all for the system prototype introduction. Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to demonstrate our system for Sports Center customer registration system. So this is our main menu. We have 6 modules: display, insertion, sorting, searching, deletion, and equipment rental. So let's go to the first module, data display. So choose one, and then here is the current customer list that already booked and already registered in our system. Okay, now we go to the second module, data insertion. Okay, so now we can choose whether you want to insert the data in the beginning of the list, or in the middle, or at the end of the list. So let's say I am choosing the first one, insert data in the beginning of the list. So let's say I am putting the name, okay, age, and then here you need to enter the what type of sport that the customer want to book. So let's say the customer want to book for bowling, okay, and then choose the date. So let's say January, and then check-in time maybe 20 hours is equivalent to 8 p.m. and exited 33, okay, 11 p.m. So here, as you may see, as we choose the option 1, okay, which is insert data in the beginning of the list, then the data will be displayed in the beginning of the list, okay, number 1. So let's try another one. Okay, so let's try inserting data at the middle of the list. Okay, so option 2, and then fill in the information. Let's say I give a name, age, IC number, and then sport type, let's say you want to choose ping pong. Okay, and then check-in date 18th of April, and then check-in time 11 hours, checkout time 13 hours. Okay, so here you can see the username here is inserted at the middle of the list. Okay, so that will occur also for the inserted data at the end of the list, whereby the data will be inserted at the end of the list here, okay, as the 13, okay, as the item number 13. For this module 2, data insertion, we are actually implementing the linked list implementation. Okay, so in our code, we use linked list to make the data insertion program.
Okay, so we continue with function 3 or module 3, which is data sorting. Alright, so this is the main menu. So we go to 3, and we have 3 options. We can either sort by name, sort by identification card, or sort by age. So we go through one by one, and so we choose the first one. We can also choose the order of the sorting, so we can either choose the ascending or descending. So let's say we want to sort in ascending order, so move this a bit, right, and this one is sort by name, so it start with A, F, H, L until W, so it's in ascending order. So we go back, so by name again, but this time in descending order. So it start with W, Wingzing, U, R, P, and until A. So it's in descending order. Okay, so you choose the second option, identification card. So we choose in ascending order. So when we check at the identification card column, it start with 0010, 01, 02, 7, 8 until it become much larger, until the last data is 96061, and this is in ascending order. So let's say we want the identification card in descending. So this one choose 2. Okay, it start with 969592 until it becomes 0010. So it's in descending order. And the last option, which is sort by age, say you want it in ascending. So start with 18, 20, 28, 31 until 42, ascending order. And we go back, try again, but this time at descending order. So start with 42, 37, 32 until it become 18. So that's the last part of the data. And now we just go to the main menu. Okay, next we continue with module 4, which is data searching. So choose the 4, right? In this window we can see that we can search by name, search by identification card, and also search by month. So we go to the first one, which is search by name. And let's say I want to search for Wingzing. Alright, so below is the information for Wingzing, and we have name, which is Wingzing, age 18, the IC number 028, and sport is bowling, date is 29 September, and check-in time is at 11, and then check-out time is at 14. Okay, so that is the information for Wingzing. So let's say we want to search by the identification, by IC. So I take the data before. So this is the example of IC. Paste here. Okay, so below is the information for Harid Hamizan, and the age is 20, the IC is 001015, 056 and 01, the sport is tennis, the date 16 May, check-in time 8, and check-out time is at 11. And then go back, try to search by month. So let's say 3. So we have window here, so we can choose from January until December. So let's say we want January. So we'll show the data that are available in January, which is in this case only one. So it's Pavitra Rajan, age 37, this is the identification card, date is 8, month January, bowling, check-in time 16 and 19. So we go back. So let's say we want to see the other months. Let's say we want to search for February. So we have February, we have also one. So Louis J, age 42, 78 something for the IC. The date is 9, the month is February, sport type is futsal, check-in is at 20, and check-out is at 23. And that is for data searching. Okay, next we continue with data deletion, data delete. So go to 5, then it will show the name, the data that are currently available. So we have 10 data here. So let's say the question asks, select which customer record you want to delete, 0 to return. Alright, so let's say I want to delete Harid Hamizan. So just 1, delete ni, it's the prompt whether say yes or no. So I choose yes, I want to delete that. And all the data from number 2 until number 10 will jump up a bit, jump 1 up. So it's the idle from 2 go to data 1 and so on. So the 10 go to 9. In this case is Farhan. and then let's say we want to go back, and we also want to delete the first one is that we delete the first data. So let's say we want the middle data, we want to delete Louis J number 3. So I want to delete number 3. Yes, right. So let's say, and before, the data at 3 is Louis J. Right now it's Uzair, because the data from number 4 before jump to the deleted data, and that is at the middle data at the middle. And go back in. Say, let's say if we also want to delete data that is at the last data. Okay, so we have the first data, the middle data, and the last data. So let's say we want to delete Farhan Amir number 8. We want to delete, yes. So Farhan Amir is deleted. There are no more data for number 8. So let's say show you that the code works. So we just go back, and we go back to the main menu.
Okay, now let's demonstrate how module 6 works. Okay, let's access the module 6 from the main menu. Okay, as we can see here, the user need to enter the option either 1 to 3. 1 to rent a futsal ball, 2 to rent a racket, 3 to display the item that had been rented in the past. But for this demo, 2 is not available because it will be added in the system soon. Okay. So as we can hear as we can see in the title, it shows the date when the program is open. So how it works? Every time a customer rent a ball, an equipment, it will store the date of the rent. Okay, let's try number 1. Put Ali and some random IC. Okay, now, so as you can see, if we choose 1, it will ask for the name of the customer and the IC of the customer, and below it it will show the rent ticket that will be needed to show to the counter to receive the item. Okay. So when this happened, when Ali rent a ball, the available ball queue will be dequeued and will be given to Ali. The available ball dequeue Abidas B1. So now Abidas B1 will be enqueued into rented ball queue. So there are 2 queue: available ball queue, and rented ball queue. Okay, now as you can see, so let's see the display rental record. As you can see, Ali had rented Abidas B1 on 30 January. Okay, so now let's try to rent all ball that is available in the queue. Okay, now I will to use all the ball. Okay, let's pause this a bit. Okay, now we added already 9 customer into the rented list, into the rent list. Okay, now for the last one, we will add another one. Let's say June. Some random IC. Now, so from this, we can see that June got the last one, where we only got 10. So B10 is the last ball that we had in the queue. So now, the main menu will show that it's no longer available to rent a futsal ball. Okay, so when the customer try to choose 1, so we can see all futsal ball has been rented for the day. Please try again tomorrow. To fill in the available ball queue back, we need to change the date of the system. So we can say that the the ball has been rented for the day, so it can't be rented to anyone in the same day. So let's change the date of the system first. So let's try the time. Let's say we change to 31 January, which is tomorrow. Okay, let's go back to the main menu. Then we change the date. As we see before, on 30 January, it is no longer available to rent a futsal ball. So let's see if the on 31 if it is available. Okay, as you can see here, the date has been changed to 31 January. So we can see that we are able to rent a futsal ball. Although, let's see from the display, we already got 10 yesterday. On 30 January, 10 already borrowed the ball. So now, since the day has changed, the queue is filled again. All the ball that has been rented yesterday on 30 will be filled in the available ball queue. Okay, let's try. So we are expected to got a B1, ball B1. Okay. Abu Ali. So random. Yeah, Abu Ali got B1. So we can say that since there are 10 balls in the queue, B1 is the first one that has been DQ from the available ball. So since the day changed, B1 will be the first one to enter the available ball on the next day, because B1 has been rented yesterday. B1 is the first one to be rented yesterday. So we can see the reason why you use queue, because when the item is available to be rent, it will allow all items to be rented before starting a new cycle. So every time B1 be rented, on the next day, if B2 has not been rented yet, B1 cannot be rented yet. Okay. So that's all for module 6. Thank you.
Alright, before I start to demonstrate on how our system works, I'm going to share the coding for the module 1 and module 2. Okay, so this is our main function, okay, the menu, so that users will enter the options, either they want to data display or insertion or others. So if users choose the first module, which is data display, and then we will go to the display list. Okay, display list. The display list will be here. Okay, so we will display the current list that there is already booked by the customer. Okay, so there will be certain names in our current list. Okay, and then when the user press 0, the menu will return back to the main menu. Okay, so here it will return back here 939, okay, to this main function, so that users may choose another module. So let's say users choose the second module, which is data insertion. So for data insertion, we go to the code 117. Alright, here data insertion. Okay, insert node. So for data insertion, actually we have 3 different ways to insert data. It is either in the front of the list, middle of the list, or at the end of the list. So for this part of code, it is for the front of the list. Okay, and then going to the next part of the code, okay, this is insert node also, but this is for the middle list. Okay, inserting in the middle list. And then the last part for the insertion, okay, here, this is for the insertion at the end of the list. So when the user already enter the data of the customer that they want to insert, whether in front, in the middle, or in the end, then the data will be displayed accordingly to their choices. If front, then the data will be at the front. Okay, later I will demo. And also, we can notice that for every module that we created, we implement the linked list implementation. Okay, here we declare the current index, current node, previous node, okay, new node, and what else? Okay, maybe a link to indicate that this is a linked list implementation.
For function 3, which is sorting, so the function we use is sort. The name of the function we use is sort, which is basically the menu for sorting. So we have the sort by name, sort by age, sort by identification card, and then it will go to the appropriate switch. Let's say appropriate condition. We don't use switch here, so it's either 1, 2, or 3, and then we will also be displayed with the sorting order. So it's either ascending or descending, and the value of either 1 or 2 here will go to the function that we will call, which is sort name for name, sort IC for IC, and sort age for age. So we'll jump to the next sorting, depend on the type of sort we are using. So this one is sort name, and this is the choice from before. So this one, if choice equal to 1, which means it's ascending, while the 2 is descending. And then we start by declaring dummy pointer current node and connect it with the head. So if it is while current node is not null, and then just declare this, and the sorting actually start from here, where we actually compare the LK node with that point to name is much larger than the current node point to name. Then it break, and it will connect right here until right here only. So previous node will connect will equal to LK is equal to LK point to link. So this one, this is actually the template code for sort, and this one is the same as this one, as the 1, the condition in 1, but the 2 actually we don't use much larger. We just swap the condition. So the 1 is much larger, while the second one is much smaller, and all this sorting is the same for sort name, age, or IC. And this one, the difference is just point to different things. So this one is point to IC, and age is also pointing to age, right here, age, and that's it for sorting function. Okay, so we are going to take a look at the code for function 4, which is data searching, but in the code we call it as find, and the function 5 act as a main menu, the menu for either search by name, search by identification card. So in this case, this is the switch case for 1 for name, 2 for IC, and 3 for a month. And the data input here, the name, will then be transferred to find name. This one is for name. For IC, it go to find IC, and the month will go to find month. So let's take a look at the function call. So here, this is the find name, and first we declare a current node and connect it with the head, point to the head, and then we check whether the current node point name is same as the input, the same input n, which is the string that we're trying to find. So which in this case, let's say wingzing is equal to wingzing, so it will display current node is correct, so we display n is as wingzing, the name is Wingzing, age with the appropriate data of Wingzing. So otherwise it will just show that there is no customer name Wingzing in the record. But that one is for name, and same, it's the same as IC or months. The difference is that it just change what the current node point to. So in this case IC, this one is name, and this one is month. Yeah, this one month equal to M. Alright, and everything else is still the same. Just the output for if the number is correct or not. And that's all for find. For function 5, which is delete, we start by calling the delete function. Delete function is the menu for delete, so it will ask, it will display the list of data, and it will ask whether which data, which index of data we want to delete. So it's stored in ch, and if 0 is for whether there is, we just want to cancel, we don't want to delete anything, so we just 0 back to window. Otherwise it will go to delete node according to index of data. So this one just display list. This one, after we already delete, we will display what the new value of data. So from ch we jump here, which is delete node, and basically delete the node in this function. The A is for which index, then this is just the template from the delete format from lecture notes, and we also check whether the index is actually available. So if there are only 10 data and we input 11, so we will just output this too. So we say that there is no number 11 in the list, and so please try again. Otherwise, if the index is in the data, we just display the record for the name of the data that we want to delete, and then it's asked for confirmation, a prompt confirmation. So if you say no, we just go back to the main menu. Otherwise, we just proceed with delete, to delete, and then connect the pointer again. And it also display there is no number in the list again in the case of it won't detect this one. In case it doesn't detect that, oh, there are no index for this type of number of data inside this one, so you just ask it again. Otherwise you just return here or delete kernel here.
Okay, now let's see the code explanation for the module 6. At the first part of the run function, the program will get the current date and check if the date of the rented item is same as the current date. So if it is not, it will dequeue rented ball into available ball. Ball is available ball and rented ball is rented ball. Okay. So that's all. And this one shows the main menu. If the user enter 1, if the available ball is empty, it will display all futsal balls has been rented for the day. Okay, else, if it is not empty, user need to enter the name, the IC, and here will display the rent ticket. Okay, so here after inserting the name and the IC, a new node will be inserted into the queue. Not into the queue, into the list, the borrow list. Okay. So, This one the this will apa? This will DQ from available ball into rented ball because now at first we got 10, now we got 9 ball that is available. So from 0 rented ball will become 1 rented ball because of this DQ. We DQ from the available ball and NQ into rented ball. Okay, for 3 this is just a display function. And else if the user insert invalid input, it will display invalid option. Please try again. Okay, and it will repeat the same function until the user chose to back to the main menu. Okay, that's all for the rent function. Thank you. For module 6, where the function is the daily equipment rental, where it allows customer to rent an equipment from the sports center, or for the admin allows to see who ran what from in the past. Okay, how this function works? There are 2 queues called available equipment and rented equipment. For our demo, we use ball, where there are 10 balls for that is available for rent. For the first queue is for the available ball. Whenever a customer rent a ball, the queue will dequeue the front of the list into the rented ball. Okay, so this will be no longer be front. So B2 will be front, and the rented ball will NQ the B1. Okay, so this will be the front and the back. Okay, so this will repeat for every time a customer rented the ball until it's empty. Okay, whenever the list is empty, it will shows this screen where all ball has been rented for the day. Please try again tomorrow. So to insert back to the available ball queue, the system will check the date of the date when the program was run. So like this, it was run on 29 January. Then it will check the rented ball date. If the rented ball date is 29 January, then it will not dequeue from the rented ball. Okay, let's say the date here is 30 January and the rented ball was on 29 January. It will dequeue from rented ball queue into available queue. Okay, let's check by one for the function. On the main menu of the function, user need to enter 1 to 3 depending on what they want to do with the program. For number 1, they wanted to rent a futsal ball, they enter 1. If they wanted to rent a racket, they enter 2. But for our demo, we only included rent a ball, and there is no racket available. Okay. For number 3, is only accessible by the admin or the administrator of the system. Okay. Okay. Whenever the ball is there is no available ball in the queue, the program will display that all ball has been rented for the day. Okay. The next one. For the next one, let's say the customer chose option 1 to rent a futsal ball. The system will ask for their name and the DRC. If there, of course, if there an available ball. Okay, when the process is completed, it will display a receipt. It will display the name, the IC, the date of the rent, and the item that has been rented to the customer. Okay. whenever the user chose to display the rental record, it will show the one that has rented in the past. Okay, to conclude the project, the most obvious thing that I had realized about this project is that we as a team had learned how to implement the data structures knowledge that we had learned in the class to be implemented into a real life situation. Like we had learned about the concept, so now we can develop an actual system that can help to make our daily life easier. Okay. Other than that, this project also helped us to get better understanding of the DSA course and lectures. Like we had learned about linked lists, we had learned about array of lists, we had learned about stack and queue. This project surely helped us to get a better understanding about the topic. And lastly, it also helped us to develop soft skills among the team members where it like it helped us to manage our time better. It helped us to build our communication skills among the team members and such thing like that. Okay. Final words. We would like to thank Dr. Lizawati for teaching us in this semester and hope we can meet in the future at UTM. Thank you.